Hi, my name's Jamo from a company called Xcase in the UK. You can find us at www.xcase.co.uk. This is a short video on one of our Rackmount chassis that we do. It's called the XR339-4C, and it's a short 339mm deep 3U chassis with 4 Hotswap bays. So if we go from the front of the chassis, you'll see these Hotswap trays here. These are lockable. They've got a brushed aluminium effect to the front, nicely vented, and they take both 2.5-inch and 3.5-inch drives. So I said we've got 4 of those. In the centre here, you've got a meshed grille. Behind that there's a dust filter, and behind that there's a 80mm fan. One nice little feature about this chassis is it's got an LCD display. I don't think the video is going to pick it up particularly well, but what it's showing is temperature, time on, and 2 fan symbols showing that both fans are spinning away. In fact, let me just try and work out a plan here. Said, I'm not sure it comes over very well on the video, but it's nice and clear and it looks pretty smart, in fairness. So also on the front of the case we've got one 5.25 bay, we've got a USB 3 slot, 2 USB 2s and a simple power switch. Got these nice strong rugged rack mount ears. So let's have a further look at the insides of the case. At the back there you've got a mount for a standard ATX power supply. You can use one with a 120mm fan, and the fan will face down. And then there's a gap between where it sits and the bottom of the case of about 3 centimeters, so plenty of ventilation. You've got these 5 full height expansion slots. And a note on this case, it probably says on the website it takes micro ATX motherboards and ITX motherboards. It will take standard ATX motherboards, but the last portion of your ATX motherboard will sit underneath the power supply. So you're basically losing 2 slots at the end. But it's not a problem fitting one in. So if I just turn the case around, I'm just going to disconnect the power supply to the fans and the LCD. Now both fans were spinning then and I can't hear them, and they're giving out some nice airflow, so nice couple of fans in there without a lot of noise. So you'll see the rear of the Hotswap bay unit there. It's powered by 2 standard Molex connections, and then you've got your standard SATA ports. So that's ideal for direct access to a motherboard, for instance. Then you've got in the centre there this drive bay, Now it's actually got 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of holes for 4 3.5-inch drives, or of course you can use converters for 2.5-inch drives. And depending on the motherboard and the width of it, you may find that the bottom drive can't be used because it might interfere with the motherboard. So I'd work on the assumption that you can definitely use 3 times 3.5-inch. As said, you've also got this 5.25 bay, which is exposed. And underneath there, you've got another bracket, which is made specifically for a 2.5-inch drive. So you've got your 4 Hotswap, possible 3 to 4 3.5-inch, or as many 2.5 inches as you can convert into it, a 5.25 and another 2.5-inch. So really a great deal of expansion in a unit that's just 339mm deep. So that was short. We still do a rack mount rail kit for it, which is an option on the website. I'll give you a better idea of how wide it is. And the beauty of a 3U is you can use full height cards, whereas you can't on a 2U, for instance. And it saves in depth on a 4U. There's also a good clearance distance between the cards here and the drive bay. But if you don't need internal drives, but you've got a very long card, you can just remove this cage completely, giving you pretty much the full 339mm. So, really nice little case this. I think we'll use it for a system builds as well as just selling it on its own. Make a good home server. And yeah, I think it'll be a bit of a winner. There's also 10 other cases within the same range with the LCD, and I'll be doing videos on those shortly. So there we go, the XR339-4C. Thanks for listening.